Hey team, wanted to make a video. I just did a video on gaming apps that I've been using on my phone, and I realized I had only touched on probably one app that I actually use on a regular basis. So more practical apps, and I feel like that's also a sphere that definitely should be touched on. For moving forward. So it's always good to have those conversations about which practical apps like you use in your daily, life that aren't just entertainment and, like educational strategy and team building. And so I guess I love designing little graphics, and so I started out with Adobe Spark, and then it changed over to Adobe Express. And so that was my big one. And then I heard so much about Canva, and I tried that one as well. So now I kind of evenly split it, and I use both of those. I've got InShot for making videos, editing videos, though I do have an app on my iPad that I could use for that. And I was familiar with using Apple products, like Apple apps, I guess, when I was in school, probably in 2011. So I have used those programs, but it's been a while. So I could probably kind of play with those a little more. But InShot is easy. It's on my phone, and it just works out super nice because I can record and go. But so I use those all of the time. Those are kind of my basic standard ones. Online banking, I 100% support. And the app, I know there are some functions that only work if you have the app, like remote deposits. So things like that, kind of more adult things. I have tried a couple of budgeting apps, and I have found that those aren't the greatest. I like Acorns for doing roundup investing. So it does roundup of your change. But right now I'm broke, and so I don't have roundups. I can't afford the roundups. But I do love it, and I think that is very cool. And let's see what else. Tree identification. I've had apps for like invasive species reporting, but I am constantly out of space on my phones, so I will get rid of those and then re-download them, but I haven't really had time. But the plant ID ones I find very helpful. Because I have started getting into environmental things, and so that's really nice to move that level of education forward. So things like that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I use all of the time. Facebook, obviously. YouTube, I'll post my videos. I don't watch as much YouTube as I used to, and I really probably should, but I'm just trying to kind of balance my streams right now, and I've been doing a lot of books, and since I've been home, I've been doing the streaming services that my parents have, so as TV shows and movies. So I'm sort of getting back to like modern human. And there are other social media apps as well, and I've downloaded a few of them earlier this year, but a lot of them just didn't stick because there's not a lot of I don't have a lot of friends on those, and so there's not a lot of back and forth community engagement, just what I've encountered. But I have a tendency just to like things, and I don't go in depth with my opinions on a lot of things. So that's one of the reasons I do the videos, is because I am a chatter, and I will talk on the phone, and so it's much easier just to make a video like I'm talking to somebody else on the phone about what I think, just because that's my normal. Face-to-face has always kind of been my platform, my preferred way to speak to people. So the videos, they work, they're fine. But yeah, so I have tried other social medias, Instagram I had, and but those haven't. I did try TikTok because they had cute dogs at the Humane Society, and so I was like, you know what, I am going to try TikTok, and then they didn't have as many videos as I wanted, and I just got overwhelmed at the sheer amount of them, and so I said, no, I'm done. But other social media things, I honestly just use the emails and the Facebook. And once upon a time, I thought email was obsolete. So now that makes me smile. It still is, I guess, to a certain degree, but yeah, depending on your social circumstances, like any professional interactions, I think obviously email is a good choice. And there are other apps that kind of go along with that, but I haven't delved into those. I have been curious about like money apps in particular, like group savings accounts, like because I kind of was nerding and saying, hey besties, we should pitch in and get a house in Europe together. And just so, like, and of course it's very far-fetched, and but it's kind of a fun dream idea. And so I find that interesting to think about, those pitching in and being together on those things in our society, and then in other societies as well, because you do hear in other societies they're much more it's definitely a different dynamic, like so just interesting to look at those. But those are the main ones: plant IDs, basic graphic making, and I do have a Sketchpad app that I'll draw stock pictures if I can't find anything for my online image designs. I don't spend a lot of time on it, so I'm going to argue that I have a lot more to learn on that front. Paint was still a big one on my tablet. Like, okay, put it on, or when I'm doing online work, if I'm doing graphic design, put it on Paint so I can cut this out, so I can crop this, and so Paint is it's been around since I was, in elementary school. So it's an oldie but a goodie. But I do have a Sketchpad, and so otherwise, yeah. I'm just curious, what do you do? What do you use every day for basic functioning? Let me know. Thanks so much. Bye.